How are you?
I'm good. I mean, this is crazy.
This is crazy. Season 40,
Yeah.
20 years of the game. Did you think it would have come this far?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like Survivor doesn't age, right? Every season is different. Every season is just as fun. Every season has like a totally different winner.
Yeah.
You think that person could never win. That archetype has never won, and then they do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're like on season 100 at some point.
And you'll come back.
Yes.
Coming
bold.
back, is all the memories coming back to you? Are you excited? Do you think about the moments you had when you were here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now has been like the smells. I don't know, you're just not that often on like a desert island, and Fiji is very similar to, Samoa.
Yeah.
So I think when I first arrived, I was like, oh God, I've been out of the saddle for a long time. Like,
2011.
yeah, do I even know how
Yeah.
to do this still? And I even just feel like the smells of the green and like my feet in the sand. I'm like, oh, I do, like I can get back into this. So I'm excited.
You're excited. Do you
Yeah.
remember what happened to you mentally and physically when you were in the game?
No, I mean, I think Survivor is one of those things where you like totally block it out after you're
Really?
done. It is the worst, most miserable experience.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like type A fun and type B fun, and one of the funs is like always fun, and the other fun is like not fun at the time, but it gets fun later. And Survivor is like that. Like it's miserable when you do it. It's like a marathon, but after you're done, you're like, oh, I want to do that again.
Really?
So thankfully, like pregnancy, I've totally blocked out, I think, the starvation, like the cold.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to feel it again. Like there was even just like a whiff of like breeze recently, and I was like, oh, I'm a little like chilly.
Yeah.
It's gonna get colder. So thankfully, I don't have all those terrible memories, but they'll come back.
What ultimately, aside from the $1 million, made you want to say yes to come back for season 40?
I think two things. I mean, I think one thing, just like being a part of like Survivor is really important to me. I was a fan before I was ever on the show.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like back in the Avengers movie. That's what it feels
Right.
like. Like just even getting to be a part of this season and getting to celebrate this thing that I love is even if I lose, the most like cool thing ever. And then personally for me, like it's been so long. I feel like I've changed so much as a player that I look back on my 21-year-old self and I'm really proud of her. But I also think like I would play a little differently. Like I my like 29 going on 30-year-old self want a shot to play. Like my 21-year-old self got a chance. Like I'm a different person now and I want to play Survivor.
So how have you changed?
Well, I think when I went on the show before, like at age 21, I literally had graduated college the day before I flew out there.
Yeah.
I mean, my life experiences were really limited. I think I had this idea of what my life would be, and I had this set path that I was going to go to medical school and I was going to move to New York. I also came in with like a lot of walls, I think.
Interesting. Okay.
And I think I really thought that I knew who I was. I came in saying, I'm a smart, independent, strong woman. And Survivor like totally broke me down.
Wow.
And it made me realize that some of the things that I thought I was, like I wasn't, and I had a lot more weaknesses that I hadn't even realized. And so I feel like since that time, like any person in their 20s, like I've grown up. I am like no longer a 21-year-old. Like I've fallen in love. I'm getting married. I've had my heart broken. I like made a huge choice to leave a career that, medicine, which is, a very set path. So I just feel like I've gone through a lot, and I think that must make me a better player. Like I've felt more, I've seen more, I've felt more lows, I've felt more highs, and I think that like that should only make me a better Survivor player.
You mentioned weaknesses.
Yeah.
What do you think your weakness is going into this game?
I mean, I probably have similar weaknesses that I had last time. I'm somebody who has a lot of really, really close friendships, but I don't make acquaintances very often. Like compared to I think a lot of people out here, I'm an introvert. Like I don't want to talk to the taxi driver. I don't even want to see my friends a lot of the time. Like I am more than happy on a weekend to like be playing like cribbage with my fiance for 10 hours straight.
Right.
And Survivor more and more, even recently, is like such a social game. Like it is not even enough now to have an alliance of 5 you can be really close with. You have to have relationships with every single person out here. And it just means you have to give a lot of yourself. And for me, who can be an introvert and can be standoffish sometimes, not because I don't like people, but I think I forget that people might be as interested in me as I am in them. And I kind of wait for people to come to me. And I think this is a game where like, you can't wait for people to come to you. If you're not talking to them, they're going to assume that you don't like them. And I want everybody to think I like them. So I think that's going to be hard. It's hard to...
Have you been working on that?
Well, I think my fiance really reminded me of it before I came. He was like, Sophie, everybody loves you at work. Like everybody you work with loves you. Like do what you do at work. And I think it's because like, unlike in my personal life, where there's no consequences. At work, like I know that so much of what I do is like a relationship thing. and that I have to have relationships with everybody. So I think when I'm out here, I need to see this more as work. Like I'm not just like living on an island. Like I need to constantly keep that on my mind, that it matters how I like, interact with everybody here.
Yeah. You mentioned some of the changes that have happened. What are some other changes you've seen in the game since you've played?
So I don't know if there's been a season like mine since I played. I mean, my season, we had a 6-person alliance from the get-go, and we stayed tight, and we made it all the way to the end. And since I've played, I think there's been more idols and advantages and voting blocks and pilots and passengers. And I just think the biggest thing is this fluidity of alliances. And I think that even happens more on a returner season. On a newbie season, you form these such deep friendships with each other, and it becomes really hard to betray them. I think on a returner season, everybody is ready to betray everybody. And you can't like rely on those alliances you make.
Yeah.
So I think the game has evolved a ton since I've been out there. But I think I've evolved too. So I just hope we've like kept up with each other.
Right.
But we'll see.
Aside from your game, who else do you think in the last 40 seasons has had the best winning game?
So I was a big fan of Cochrane's game. I think that he, managed to take what in his first season were weaknesses and turn them into strengths. And he didn't try to like be somebody that he's not. I think I see a lot of players go out there thinking like, this is what a good Survivor player is. I need to be that person. And I love the people who instead go out there and say, this is who I am. Like, how can I use this to my advantage? And I think Cochrane really did that. And it was so fun to watch.
Now that you have so much medical experience and knowledge, how have you prepped yourself mentally and physically this time around?
Mentally, I've been rewatching seasons over again.
Yeah.
Did
you learn anything special?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely people like, I think Natalie Anderson is a big one where I, for some reason, had in my head that she'd played under the radar or something. And then I rewatched her season. I was like, oh, hot damn, like this girl's good. And like terrifyingly, cutthroat when it comes to cutting her friends. So it definitely was, I have really bad memories. So for me, it was like really good to refresh and to remind myself that even though every winner is not a Parvati or a Tony, like every winner, like deserved their spot and like made their way to the end. And there's nobody out here that you can underestimate. So I did a lot of watching seasons. And then I practiced making fire. I cut caffeine, but I'm restarting caffeine now. So I'm like, I can't get re-addicted in 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm having a Diet Coke. But I cut caffeine, I cut sugar. That's been pretty much it.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.